It is now time for Heat 1 of 2 of your Smithfield stock cars. Remember, this class going for $1,000 to win later tonight. On the pole, that is going to be the 3 of Wahoo! Mike Albertson to the outside. The 72H, Micaiah Hildebaugh.
Inside of row number 2, flying Brian Blessington, the 92B, and Tyson Partridge in the number 7 on the outside.
Clayton Modernock and the 27Z of Jenna Beam round out the field. We are heat racing.
Albertson takes the lead into turn number 1. Blessington noses ahead momentarily, but still out front is Wahoo down the back straightaway. Blessington still on the bottom side of the racetrack, but going down to protect, and leading lap number 1 will be Albertson. Albertson continues to protect as Modernock is going top shelf, almost to the wall there, as he's side by side for the 4th spot with Partridge. Now he gets a good run down to the bottom side of the racetrack, and don't look now, but a pass for the lead by flying Brian Blessington, living up to his nickname. We'll see what Albertson can do to come back after him, as they're side by side for all the positions that are in the top 4 right now.
Wahoo trying to get going to the whip and trying to catch up to the 92B of Blessington, as he is right on the rear bumper cover of Blessington. 5 laps to go.
Modernock into the 3rd spot. 4th is Hildebaugh. And Partridge rounds out the top 5 right now. Blessington, 2 to 3 car lengths the advantage. Albertson gets closer in the corners, but Blessington continues to stretch it out a little bit on the straightaways right now. Albertson goes to the high side, tries to get a run down the hill off turn number 2. And into 3 and 4 this time. Blessington has grown the lead slightly as he'll come around to click off another with 3 to go.
It is still Blessington, Albertson, Modernock, Hildebaugh, and the 7 of Partridge rounding out that top 5. Blessington now has a sizable advantage over Wahoo, as Wahoo just absolutely trying everything, throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, the Moen faucets, and the InSinkErator Pro Series garbage disposal, but cannot get anything done, as now he has Modernock right on his tail.
Slight contact off of turn number 4 that time.
Ooh. As caution is out for Jenna Beam. So unfortunately, looks like problems for the 27Z of Jenna Beam, as she is getting pushed in. Hopefully they can get that car fixed and get it back out here for the feature. It is Blessington, Albertson, Modernock, Hildebaugh, and Partridge, as we have 3 laps to go. Green is back out. Fired off down into 1 and 2. Modernock trying to look to the inside of the 3. Albertson, that car not exactly handling up to Wahoo standards right now. As, a little bit of a bobble from Blessington. That allows the world to get right back on his bumper. 2 laps to go.
Top shelf for Albertson this time, and he gets the run down the hill to get by Modernock, as the 91 nosed forward for a moment there. Don't look now, but Hildebaugh is trying to get to the inside. Possible contact into 3 that time. Good hard racing for the 3 spot right now.
Flying Brian Blessington 3/8 of a mile away from a heat race win. You got to think that's going to make him one of the favorites for tonight for that $1,000 win. Problems for the 3 of Albertson, as Modernock gets by, but unfortunately Hildebaugh not able to. A little bit of contact, but it's going to be Flying Brian Blessington with the win. The 91 of Modernock 2nd. 3rd's going to go to Albertson, 4th to Partridge. Hildebaugh will round out your top 5. What a show. If you see Larry and Amanda, make sure you tell them happy anniversary, and look at Amanda and say, I don't know quite how you do it. Your second and final heat race in your Smithfield stock cars looks like this. On the pole, that is the 8 of Corey Stapleton. Into the outside, that is the 02 of Adam Clucky.
Inside of row number 2 in the 63 from Harlan, Iowa, the current point leader, Mike Nichols, and on the outside, a winner this year, Brock Badger in the 50B. Mike Stapleton and Ryan Webb round it out, and we go green in heat race number 2. Corey Stapleton leads them through turn number 1 this time, as Nichols is all over the back bumper of the 8, but he's also got Clucky on the outside. Now into the second spot with a nice run through 3 and 4 that time, but they switch lanes and they're side by side as Stapleton leads the way.
Stapleton with that advantage. It is once again Clucky and Nichols. Here comes Ryan Webb into the mix, as does Brock Badger. Remember Brock Badger, last week's feature winner, so he could possibly be a threat as well. But right now it is still Clucky and Nichols side by side for second and third, with Ryan Webb right there on their tail.
Webb waiting in the wings as Clucky barely needs that left front tire right now. He is hooked up on the bottom side of the racetrack. Nichols trying to power by him on the outside of the back chute. Stapleton has opened up a 4 to 5 car length advantage, and they are still side by side for second. Clucky noses ahead.
Clucky leaving the left front at home. He's got that left front in the air. Looks like he might as well be in a 1990s Snoop Dogg video, as it is helping him. Although, off the top side, Nichols with a huge run. He's going to once again pull side by side with Clucky, but through 3 and 4, Clucky way too strong. Clucky will remain second. Stapleton still leading.
Webb still right there, and Mike Stapleton rounding out the top 5 right now, as Badger bringing up the 6th and final position on the field right now. Halfway down the back straightaway here, Stapleton continuing to extend his lead. Corey, that is, out front in the number 8 car, as you can throw a blanket over the battle for second. 3 cars in that.
As now Ryan Webb to the inside of the 63 of Nichols, as he now wants third place. Webb to the low side, Nichols to the high side. They're going to pull side by side, but that's still right behind Clucky. As Clucky, they're going to try and push it 3 wide with Clucky to meet in the sandwich. Not going to happen. Clucky's going to retain second spot with 2 to go.
Now they go 3 wide at the flag stand, and Webb gets underneath, gets to the second position. Can Nichols power by on the top side is the question. He'll at least get third down the back straightaway. Stapleton with almost half that straightaway advantage now. Webb comfortably in second as Nichols has him in his sights, but Clucky's still strong on the bottom. White flag.
3/8 of a mile to go for Corey Stapleton to pick up another heat race victory, as he did last week in his triumphant return in 2021. Ryan Webb whipping that car for all it's worth in second. Nichols third. Clucky fourth. Mike Stapleton in fifth, and that's exactly how they're going to finish, as Corey Stapleton wins, followed by Ryan Webb, Mike Nichols, Adam Clucky, and Mike Stapleton. This is for $1,000, folks. I want to see some enthusiasm. Get up and on your feet. Make sure you wave. Make some noise. Let them know how much you appreciate them. Your A feature for your Smithfield stock cars.
On the inside of row number 4, your current point leader in the number 63 from Harlan, Mike Nichols. And on the outside in the number 10 from right here in Denison, Mike Stapleton. Lots of wins in that row.
Row number 5 to the inside. That's going to see the 72H Micaiah Hildebaugh. And to the outside, the 3 of Wahoo, Mike Albertson.
On the inside of the final row, the 6th row, it's Clayton Monternock in the 91. And on the outside, Jenna Beam from Denison in the 27Z.
It is time for the stock cars. We are green for $1,000 to win. They are going to fire him off down to 1 and 2. Adam Clucky with the early advantage. He is Ryan Webb right on his bumper. Oh, a little bit of a bobble. Big push by Clucky. Here comes Webb. Here comes Badger, the 92B of Blessington. And now finally things shake out. Side by side with Partridge, but here comes Corey Stapleton. And Adam Clucky has a major problem.
Yeah, he does, as Webb takes full advantage, gets to the top spot. Badger on the top shelf, going after the lead down the back straightaway. Off of turn number 2, he powers around the high, scary side and to the catbird seat down the back chute. Now off of 3 and 4, Webb is going to battle back. We have a battle for the lead up front.
Webb trying to battle back to the inside. What a race that, or what a win that would be if Ryan Webb was able to hang on to it. But right now, Brock Badger, he is in control, as Webb now has a rear bumper correction. Had a rear bumper full of the 92 be a Blessington. Blessington now gets by. Corey Stapleton sitting in fourth, and here comes Mike Nichols. Nichols up to fifth.
Contact off of turn number 4 between Stapleton and Webb. Stapleton to the third spot as he gets sideways and stays in the third spot. Webb now has Nichols to contend with, and he goes around the top side, does Nichols, kind of like Badger did to the top position, and he continues to lead the way in front of Blessington.
Corey Stapleton sold that Sniper Speed chassis 3 or 4 days later, bought it back, just could not part with it. Meanwhile, at the O2, Adam Clucky pulls in. He is done. But ever since he went back through it and now has made his return, he has been quick. Right now he is in third, trying to track down the 92B of Blessington for second.
Most of these guys on the top shelf, Mike Nichols trying the inside in 3 and 4 that time by.
Uh-oh, is that doggone French driver, Jacques? Jacques brought the caution out again. Jacques Debris.
So we've had an appearance from both of our least favorite drivers tonight, Jacques Debris and Mother Nature.
Yes.
But it's been strong, especially off of turn number 2. That's how Badger got the lead.
Well, we're only 5 down. We have 20 to go, and I'll tell you, anybody in this feature has that chance to win. We're far from done. Green's back out. We're back to racing, and it's going to be Brock Badger leading him down, leading the hit parade down into 1 once again. Stapleton to the low side, Nichols to the lower side, but not going to happen for Stapleton as he gets passed by not only Webb, but Nichols as well, moving back to 5th. Now he tucks tail right in behind the 63 as Badger leads another lap.
Blessington is right there, though, at the flag stand. He is all over the rear bumper of the Badger machine going out of turn number 2. Not even half a car length between the top 2 as down to the low side in 3 and 4 goes flying Brian Blessington as they are side by side off of turn number 4. Badger leads that lap.
It is an absolute barn burner between Brock Badger, last week's feature winner, and one of the legends of the sport, Flying Brian Blessington from Breda. If you know anything about IMCA stock cars, you know the name, you know the game, and right now he is right on the heels of Badger.
Badger continues to keep his wits about him out front, though. Blessington breathing down his neck as hard as you can possibly do it. Back a little bit of a gap as trouble on the front straightaway here. A smoking Jenna Beam will pull down into the infield. Will we stay green here?
It appears as if, yes, we are going to stay green. And it is still Brock Badger. I'll tell you right now, the top 5 make that top 6 right on the cushion. Everybody right in the cushion. Micaiah Hildebaugh almost jumps over the cushion. Blessington now trying to get back to the inside of Badger once again as they're going to hit the start line for 15 to go.
Little bit of a rub at the flag stand. Blessington tries to slide across the groove and take away Badger's run, but he cannot. A power move on the outside by the 50B. They go down into 3 and 4 once again. Your race is for the lead off of turn number 4.
We also have a race a little bit further back as Corey Stapleton trying everything he can to get around Ryan Webb. That would be for position number 4. But back up front, it is Blessington. Oh, caution's out, caution's out. Partridge around in 3 and 4, and oh boy. Now, here's something interesting. Corey Stapleton made his way up to second on the high side, or third on the high side, right? He's going to restart in the high line regardless of what second and third do. So just a couple laps from halfway. Badger is going to lead them down. Green flag is out. We're back to stock car racing. Nichols tried it on the extreme low side as he is going to fire it off down there. He is going to get in front of Blessington. Blessington going to try the crossover move. Not quite going to happen. Meanwhile, we've got Albertson and Modernock every which way but straight back there. Nichols tracking down Badger as Stapleton now tries to get back by Webb once again.
The top three nose to tail through 1 and 2 this time. Badger with maybe a full car length out in front of Nichols, who has a rear view mirror full of Blessington right now. The podium.
Oh, right here on the front stretch, the 91 Clayton Modernock around. Caution is back out. In this $1,000 to win Smithfield Stock Car feature, Brock Badger has held off all comers. Nichols chooses the high side, Blessington to the low side. Then you got Webb and Stapleton. We'll see what happens. Green is out. We are back to racing down the front stretch and down off into turn number 1. Once again, Badger parks it right up on the... Oh, Stapleton! Corey Stapleton jumps the cushion. He is going to lose 5th to his dad, Mike Stapleton, and then 6th to Micaiah Hildebaugh. Now he's got problems. He's got big-time problems as I think he has a flat tire. He falls to the back, and the caution is... Looks like he's going to come to a stop, and caution will come out.
Looks like he lost the right front tire. He rode the wall into turn number 1 that time, trying to go top shelf and make up some ground on the rest of the field. And with the majority of this race gone, now 13 down, 12 to go. We'll see if we get a long green flag run to decide it.
We are going green off of turn number 4, so if Corey is going to get back, and it looks like they are done with the work on the car. He is indeed going to rejoin the field. We are back to green as Corey Stapleton rejoins the field, and he is at max speed, but right now, no, the 92B of Blessington almost tried to get to the side of Badger. Unfortunately slid up, lost momentum. Nichols back to P2. Here comes the Webb. Webb to the inside of Mike Stapleton, but it's going to be Brock Badger leading another lap.
Badger continues to go top shelf through 1 and 2 this time. Nichols right there. He wants it. Full car length advantage down the back chute this time for the 50B. Blessington right there if anything happens to either of the top two. Nichols is knocking on the door.
He got up as far as the lifter quarter panel of Badger that time through 3 and 4, but couldn't quite get it done. Caution is out. And once again, it looks like it is the 8 of Stapleton, and Stapleton pulling it in as he is done for the evening. Tough break for Corey Stapleton, who was running top 5, but apparently more than just a tire blown on that car.
So we bunch him up with 10 to go.
So here's the situation, folks. We're getting close to time limit. So from here on out, single file restarts through the remainder of the feature. Badger leads them off at 4 down the front stretch, under the green flag and down into turn number 1. Nichols, Blessington right there in his tire tracks as they're going to fire it off down the back stretch. Badger with a little bit of an advantage, but Nichols so strong in 3 and 4. Pulls right up to the back bumper of the 50B. The battle for the lead is on.
Top 3 nose to tail on the cushion through 1 and 2. Badger continues to lead the way down the back straightaway. Nichols trying to knock on the door literally and figuratively into 3 and 4 this time. He will get to the quarter panel and try to pull even, but Badger powers back around it.
Brock Badger so silky smooth right there on the cushion in all 4 corners, forcing Nichols to try and figure out where else other than that line can he go. Nichols, the only thing he's got going right now is he is driving it so deep into 3, making up any lost ground that he gets from the other 3 corners.
And the top 3 have broken away from the pack slightly here as Badger continues to drive a smooth race out front, keeping the nerves going. Now, you talk about driving deep. How about a slide across the groove by Nichols and a crossover maneuver from Badger? Here comes Blessington as well.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that's not the first time or the only time we're going to see that tonight, as Nichols is going to try to set him up for another one. In theory, it worked. He went to the Arby's for a slider, but there wasn't enough cheese on it. So unfortunately, Badger gets right back by him, and now Nichols has Blessington all over him for second place.
Badger with his biggest advantage in a while in this feature event, trying to take full advantage of it and not make any mistakes.
As he just made one through 1 and 2, he jumped the cushion.
Nichols trying to take advantage. Blessington is right there as well.
4 laps to go is all standing between Brock Badger and $1,000 payday. Once again, Nichols trying everything he can to get back up to the back bumper of Badger. Drives her in deep into 3 and 4, but once again, he is hounded by the 92B of Blessington.
Top 3 all very much in the picture with 3 to go in this 1,000 to win main event. Badger, Nichols, Blessington, respectively right now off of turn number 2. And now Blessington with a problem down the back straightaway. He's going to go past the pit entrance there as Nichols tries to run down Badger. He is right there. Your race is for the lead into turn number 1. Blessington smoking off of turn number 4.
Oh no, heartbreaker for Blessington, as there is white smoke coming out of the back of the car. Not a whole lot, but definitely something amiss. And I'll tell you, what a heartbreaker, as he had a chance at that $1,000. Possibly 3 more, because obviously Nichols doesn't have it in the car in 1 and 2. Nothing against him, nothing against the car. The car just isn't quite that good there. 3 and 4, especially 3, whole different story. So there's a potential to see not 1, not 2, but 3 more haymakers thrown at the 50B of Badger. So as the RPMs come up, Stubby drops the green. We are back to stock car racing. 3 laps to $1,000. Nichols. Oh, I am totally wrong, as Nichols just threw a perfect slider in 1 and 2. He's got a half a car length advantage down the back stretch. Badger is going to set it down to the low side. Not going to be able to hang on. Nichols, your new leader with 2 to go.
Nichols once again taking a full advantage of a late race restart as he goes top shelf once again through 1 and 2 this time. Into the wall goes Stapleton, and he continues to run as Wahoo will get up to the back bumper but not quite get him. Still in third is Stapleton as Nichols accepts the white flag, this time by with Badger all over him.
Badger is running out of time and running out of real estate as he jumps the cushion ever so slightly, trying to make up ground. Can he set Nichols up for anything going on? Albertson gets around Stapleton, but not going to happen. Mike Nichols wins his second 1,000 to win stock car feature of the year, as you've got Brock Badger second, Mike Albertson third, Ryan Webb fourth, and Micaiah Hildebaugh in fifth, as it looks like Mike Stapleton, unfortunately, blows a right front tire.